We'll see what happens. Yeah, thank you, Megan. How do you think about, we already discussed, mHealth or smartphone app for carers of people with dementia?
Well, I think it's, there are some out there already that people can go to, particularly for behaviour support.
Yeah.
There's stuff out there, and I guess from an app point of view, I don't know if they would necessarily go to an app or would they go to an internet, like a website. Like I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question, really.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Now we are actually planning to introduce the app, the smartphone app. If you introduce, how do you think about which features should be included? Already I mentioned in my content area for the app based on these suggestions. How do you think about those?
Yeah, I think they're good. I think what you sort of need to stay on top of with that sort of stuff is recency. Like, you really got to be up on sustainability because things are changing so fast in the dementia world, and how even things like accessing respite and who's the contact? Is there such a thing as a 24-hour carer respite service? Who owns that sort of stuff? I think that when you've got your links to your government sources and that sort of stuff, but I think you've got to make sure that stays current. And I think the themes, like the behaviour support, what are the community support, where can they get more information? Those things are important. I think the overview of dementia, I think sometimes it helps. I'm finding there's gaps in people's knowledge in regards to the progression of the disease.
Dementia. My carers also address, they don't know how to progress and what happened with the progression. We would like to include some detail about overview dementia, because in Australia and especially English-speaking countries, there are a number of websites giving more information on dementia. We can link those into the app, then they can easily, I think, like that. However, we want to know how about your idea. It is good or appropriate for the app.
Sorry, what was that? I just missed it.
We are going to include some website like Dementia Australia, Alzheimer's Association, like that, because those websites have number of information. People say they cannot find good data sources, website or something. So if we can add all the thing into app, easily they can click and go. So we plan to like that creation through our app. How do you think?
Yeah, I think if you've got to make sure that your source data is right. Like you're using your links, accurate, evidence-based. They're not just made up stuff.
Okay. Actually, you already mentioned about the content. How do you think about the carers corner?
Yeah, I like that idea. I think it's so isolating being a carer for a person with dementia that it'd be great for people to have like a place to talk and share ideas. I liked that idea. I think definitely the strategies to remind the carer to protect themselves and look after their own health. That's really important. I like the reminder function. So I think that's they might use normal, like a reminder function in their phone anyway to remember to help with medication. Another one wouldn't hurt. I think the things that I hear a lot of carers seeking is the practical support, like they don't like water running over their head to wash their hair. And it's that practical, well, have you tried a hair washing net? There are actual products that you can put on like a cap that helps a person to wash their hair. Like the water doesn't have to directly go on top of their head. So like there's that sort of practical stuff that I hear a lot of carers seeking. Like when I provide them with that information, they're like, oh, thank you, that was life-changing.
Okay. Thank you, Megan. Anything else to add for our today discussions? Your suggestions or your thinking about this?
No, I just think that just to be very mindful, like I think I've already mentioned it, just to be very mindful that there are some good resources and things out there. Make sure your links are, evidence-based, recency, all those sort of things that I'm sure you'll consider. Language is so important. To make sure that the language is positive and supportive, not negative. And I think, progress and advanced care planning, I think is probably one thing that, it's so important to get your enduring power of attorney in place, to get your advanced health directives in place. I think there needs to be probably a link to the legal sort of ramifications, well, not the legal ramifications, like the legal constraints, because if you set some things up in Queensland and then you relocate to New South Wales, well, those things are invalid. So it's that, just to give them a little bit of information to know that. So I've also had a lot of carers that have come in and they relocated their parents up to come and live with them on the Gold Coast, and they've got New South Wales based, legal documents. That don't travel.
That's a good point, because I have no much understanding about legal background in Australia. Thank you. Finally, Megan, I would like to get feedback for my second module from you also, for the especially focus in the functional disability or activities of daily living. First one actually done with my supervisors and some other one, but for the activities of daily living module, I would ask your help to see and anything add or something like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I will send and it will 30 minutes to 1 hour like that. You have to spend some time. It will be okay. Okay.
And we might try to do it face to face.
No, you can review at your home or your own time.
Of course, it's an app. Cool.
After developing with my supervisors, I will send it and you can read and give some comment.
I can give some feedback.
Feedback. Thank you. Thank you, Megan, for your time. Actually, you are busy, I know. I want to remind my Dr. Megan also. Sorry, Dr. Gillian.